Welcome back, fellow milk drinkers, to yet another Monday Milk Review. My name is Jacob, and today we're going to be looking at the Raspberry Spider by Oak. This is one of 3 new flavors that was released simultaneously by Oak. It is just one of many. Oak has been going absolutely berserk lately. I think there's been 5 new flavors this month. I know. The other flavors include the Jam Ball Donut, the Cookies and Cream, Choc Malt, the Raspberry Spider, and number 5 being a Choc Peanut Butter, which is exclusive to Coles. I've got a ton of flavored milks waiting in my fridge. I'm gonna pop some of them up on screen now, maybe corresponding with a number. But anyway, if you're looking forward to any of those flavored milks, make sure you write down below. If you're unfamiliar with the Monday Milk Review, this is a weekly series where I review flavored milks. If you enjoy the video, be sure to like and maybe even subscribe so you can keep up to date with all of the newest flavored milks. And some of the weird ones which are hard to find. But anyway, let's talk about Raspberry Spider. If you're looking to try it for yourself, it can be found in Woolworths. I believe it's available in Coles too. This one's pretty widespread, you shouldn't struggle to find it by now. Now more correctly, this is actually the Oak Thick Shake Raspberry Spider. It's not just a regular Oak flavored milk. Now personally, I don't really like the thick shakes all that much. I find them just a little bit too thick and they're not as enjoyable as Oak's regular range. However, the flavor is quite intriguing. I'm very interested in getting into it. Let's do that right now. Cracking open the bottle now. That span for a while before it undid? Anyway, let's give it a sniff. Ooh, that's a very strong raspberry smell. It smells quite nice. I would liken it to maybe smelling a ice block or something like that. The raspberry flavor is very apparent, maybe even a Slurpee. Let's go ahead and pour it into our glass. Ooh, yep. So I poured that a little bit quick, but I'm sure you might have seen that this is obviously a very thick drink. Let's give it a little smell test now. From the glass, the flavor is actually quite a lot reduced, like it's nowhere near as strong as what it was from the bottle, which I think bodes well. Potentially, when it was in the bottle, it was very overpowering. This is quite tolerable, and it seems like it might be setting itself up to be quite a nice drink. Let's get into that taste test right now. Okay, so this one feels very average to me. It's not particularly good, it's definitely not bad, but it's not anything standout. It's incredibly rich and creamy, and that raspberry flavor is also quite nice, but it doesn't amaze me. Of course, the thickness is a little bit too much for me. I could only handle drinking these slowly over a long period of time. If you're one of the people who can smash these, props to you, but I'm not one of you. I need some time to drink the thick shakes. They just have way too much cream and they make my mouth feel a little bit coated? I don't know. So the flavor's good, but I don't know if I would rank it above a strawberry. I think the strawberry is a far more safe flavor. It doesn't really challenge boundaries. This one isn't very average and it kind of just pushes the flavor in a different way, which I don't really like that much. Raspberry is not one of those fruits that I particularly enjoy. It's okay, but I mean, there's way better fruit out there. Come at me, raspberry fans. What are you gonna do? I'm a little raspberry. Nah, this is StrawberryGang, son. We don't care about the raspberries.
StrawberryGang, baby! SWB! StrawberryGang!
On a totally unrelated note, it is so damn hot today. I hate this. I will say this, it's a very consumable drink. I enjoy it, but it doesn't amaze me. I think I can only give this a pretty average rating, which I'll get to later. In terms of the thickness, it's actually a little bit better than what I remember most thick shakes being like. But perhaps just because I'm taking my time with it and I'm only drinking such a small amount, it's not yet getting to the point where it overwhelms me. So, whilst I finish the drink, it's not exactly one that I enjoy drinking. I'm gonna happily drink and finish this drink in my own time, but I wouldn't say that it's a must-try drink. I haven't seen this drink being talked about too much on the Blokes and Their Milks Facebook page, which was why I was kind of curious in it, but now that I've tried it, it feels as if I understand why. It's a little bit of an average drink. It doesn't do much for me, and it's not particularly a great flavor. If you are StrawberryGang, maybe, but I don't know, not for me. All in all, I think I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. It's good, but it's definitely nothing too amazing. If you're a person who's after a raspberry flavored milk, then you should definitely give this a go. But for most milk drinkers, I think you can skip this one. There's much better entries which are more recent that you should give a try, like the cookies and cream. That about wraps it up for this week's episode. Thank you again so much for watching. Be sure to like and maybe even consider subscribing. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week in the Monday Milk Review. Bye bye!